Hey everybody, you're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have a little quad from one of my favorite manufacturers, Syma. This is the X21W, so stay tuned and let's check it out. Alright, so as you know if you watch this channel, I'm a big fan of Syma quads. They're generally pretty good quality for the price. They are fairly easy to fly, great for beginners, challenging, fun, responsive, all those good things. So I'm hoping the X21W lives up to all those criteria, as most of the Syma quads I have in the past have lived up to. One quad that is one of my favorites is the X5C, which is one of the best beginner quads out there. It's definitely one that you should check out if you haven't already tried one or flown one. This one is small. This one's smaller than the X5C, the X21W. This has an app with FPV. It comes with the instructions here, and there's a QR code on the back of the box that will allow you to click for Android or iOS and download the app. Here's what's in the box. It's the actual quad itself. Flip that over. Here's what's in the box, the actual quad itself, the remote control, and a holder for your phone to go onto the remote control. And then in the back here, there's a screwdriver, a charging cable, and some spare props. Pretty standard stuff. Now this one has prop guards on it, and it looks like those prop guards, they look pretty integrated into it. It doesn't look like they're easily removable, but that's okay. They don't seem to take up a whole lot of space or weight, and they're actually probably a pretty good thing if you're going to be flying it indoors. It feels really good. Seems like a good quality build in terms of the weight of it. I actually tend to prefer a little bit heavier feeling quads, because what that tells me is there's a lot of electronics inside of it and a lot going on versus just a toy that's got a lot of air and empty space and plastic in it. There seems to be a little, there's a little latch that comes down and this door opens, and the entire bottom is pretty much taken up by this little 1S battery. So I'm going to go ahead and download the app. If you go to, for Apple, if you just go to the App Store, and if you type in Syma, S-Y-M-A. All right, so I've got the app downloaded, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and get some batteries for the remote, 4 AA's, and plug in the actual battery for the drone and let it charge up. Okay, everybody, so I've got my Syma X21W. It is charged. The little 1S battery is all charged up, and we're gonna take it for a flight here in the living room. We got a high ceiling, plenty of space, should be fun. So the battery, I have to say, goes in very easily. Also, I like that the battery door is actually attached and doesn't require any screwdrivers to put on and off. That's a big plus, because it means that you can easily get the battery in and out without having to use a screwdriver. So I just plugged in the battery, plenty of space, close it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the quad itself by pushing this top button, and you see the lights start to blink. Turn on the remote, and I'm going to push the left stick all the way down, up, down. That binds it, and now it's bound, and it should be ready to take off. Before I take off though, I'm gonna go ahead and put the phone on and record, possibly if I can, record a little bit of video from it. So what you have to do is go into the Wi-Fi settings, look for the FPV Wi-Fi, which I just found. Make sure you don't have multiple drones on at the same time, or you'll see more than one drone Wi-Fi signal. And then the app for the Syma is, they're pretty standard. All the Symas have a similar app. It's this one here. If you type that in, you'll see it. And there is a live view of the app and the camera. So I'm going to put this on the phone. One other thing I was going to mention that I really like about this remote is the way this attaches. This is like a big clip, little chip clip. It's got a pretty strong spring, and you just lift it up, drop the phone in like that, and it's in there. Now, one thing you want to make sure you're not doing is pressing down on your volume button or your on-off button or any other side buttons on your phone while you're doing this. So I've got it in. I'm going to go ahead and start my camera just by pushing. There's a little camera icon. I'm going to go ahead and spin up the motors and fly it around. And you know, I'll say, just like all other Syma quads, this one is super smooth. I really love Syma and the quality of the quads they make, because the camera itself is not necessarily the best, but the actual quad and the way it flies is super smooth. I'm gonna try and do a couple things. I'm gonna change the rate. Oh, I just noticed that I didn't have the battery door closed all the way. So let me, if you look here, you can see that I accidentally got the battery door, didn't get the battery door closed all the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out, push it down into the slot, and then reclose it. All right, now it's sealed up. Now let me remind myself how I changed the flight rate. Okay, that must be the auto takeoff and landing. So I didn't want that. Yeah, so pushing your right stick down puts you between high and low rate. That's high rate, that's low rate. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in high rate and take off. And it's definitely more responsive in high rate. Like I said, it's just a real smooth flyer. I've always liked the way Syma drones fly. And this one is no exception. Even when it bounces on the wall, it keeps going smooth. So let me see if I can flip it. No, that's headless mode, which always messes me up. So I'll take it out of headless mode. There's our flip. So the flip is the top right button, or actually the bottom right button. Here is the flip button. It's this one right here. And it does good flips. I mean, look at that. It does not lose any altitude. I'm not having to give it a lot of gas. It's automatically keeping its altitude when it flips. And it doesn't really even move that much. It kind of stays in the location that it's in. See if we can do a backwards flip. Yeah, that's a really good flip. There it goes. All right, one more flip. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording. Just kind of whiz it around the room a little bit. Oh, whoa. Almost crashed. I will say, once you get some momentum going, it takes a second for it to change. So if you're gonna go fast, make sure you got plenty of room to switch directions. The mistake I just made was not giving myself a lot of room and almost crashing. There you go. So, the Syma X21W. Like I said, just like all the other little Syma drones, this guy is a great little flyer. It's super smooth, it's pretty quiet. The image quality on the app is pretty decent for a Wi-Fi FPV. It does great flips. One of the best flipping drones I've seen in a while. One of the best flipping drones I've seen in a while. It's a cool color. It's got this kind of cool platinum color that I've never seen before on a drone. I like it. I definitely feel like this would be a very good indoor drone, beginner drone to give to a friend, to introduce them to flying. It does have headless mode. It does have different flight rates. It gets a big thumbs up from me. If you're interested in getting one of these, I'll put a link in the description. And if you want to know more about Syma drones or any other drone out there, please subscribe to Ready Set Drone, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.